Hey guys, Joe here, back behind the desk. Seems to be a good place to film from, except for when you screw up and accidentally film an entire video and encode it at 360p, and it happens to be one of your more popular videos, so yay, Adobe! Thanks for checking out this video. I really appreciate it. I'm sure you read the title and that's why you're here. If you like this kind of video, let me know by hitting the subscribe, the like, the comments, the affiliate links, all that good stuff. That way the channel will grow and I can continue to do stuff like what we're going to take a look at today. A lot of it came from Liberty Arms down in Harrisonburg, Virginia. Look them up, Google it. I can't list them, demonetization, even though it has nothing to do with what we're looking at today. But let's start by asking you a question. Which one do you think is real? Go ahead, take a second, see internet, just hit pause, take a good look. Okay, did you get a good chance to look? Great. Now which one do you think is real between these two guns? If you said the Glock, you're wrong. Sorry, you're gonna have to start over. The real firearm in this picture is the Rock Island STK 100, chambered in 9mm. This is a real firearm. This is my new daily carry firearm until my double stack 1911 becomes available. Yes, I like big heavy guns. You will be seeing a video at the range with this gun that I will film this weekend, hopefully to make up for the 360p video you just saw not too long ago. This is a fake gun. It's the next gun in my collection that I decided I wanted to pick up. It is a Glock 19 air pistol. Shoots steel BBs. This one is from Umarex. Actually, all three of the other guns I'm going to show you today are from Umarex, and then one from eBay. But this is a clone of a Glock Gen 3 19. As you can see, it has a trade because it's officially licensed. In the late 90s, early 2000s, there was a big fight over who could produce these because obviously Glock didn't want their name on anything, or just anything. They wanted some control. Now this particular one shoots 177 caliber BBs, or .177, excuse me. That is a very small copper BB. In fact, let me grab one and I'll show it to you. These are .177 BBs. They're copper, they are very heavy, and they're made to go quickly and do damage. These are not to be used on an airsoft field. If you use these at an airsoft game, you will A, get yelled at, B, you're going to hurt somebody, and C, you will more than likely get banned for life. What you want is the white BB on, what is that, your left. That is a 6mm airsoft BB. Those are what they use for airsoft games. I didn't purposely buy a steel BB gun. I bought this one because at the store, Liberty Arms, Google them, they only sell BB guns. They don't sell airsoft guns. I don't know if that's just because of the manufacturers or the distributors only carry the steel BB guns. Not 100% sure, but in this case, that's what I had options for. So I went ahead and grabbed it because I wanted something that was realistic. Does use CO2 here in the back of the gun. Has a back strap that comes off, and just like a real Glock, has an Allen key in it. I'm kidding, of course, but you put your CO2 in, you crank it down until the air goes all the way. Psht! You would load up the mag normally. This one holds 16 rounds, but it's not loaded. It does have active CO2 in it. And then you have a firearm replica that is almost the exact same weight. It's the exact same dimensions. And functionally, at least in terms of trigger and sight picture and weight, are identical, which will allow you to train at home, in your backyard, in your basement, wherever, without the fear of putting 9mm holes into things. This one does have a trigger safety, just like a real Glock. Has a blade right there. It also has a crosspin safety, which is an extra measure to make sure that, say, a kid picks it up and just starts pulling the trigger on it, they can't accidentally break your television because, yeah, even a plastic BB can break a OLED screen. I've never done that. I have shot a 27-inch TV with a pellet though. Enough about that. Now this one is a non-blowback gun. I do have a blowback coming as well as other blowback guns that we'll take a look at in a second. But I got this because A, again, it was reasonably priced. $75 is retail. So again, Liberty Arms, check them out. But I also wanted one right away, and I didn't feel like paying $160 on eBay for a used one. But check this out. I've already made sure there was no BBs in it. That allows you to target practice, and steel BBs are actually pretty accurate at home without fear of damaging stuff. And because it's a non-blowback, you're going to get a lot more shots per CO2 cartridge. So that's the first one. Again, this one came in a blister pack. A lot of these non-blowback steel BB shooters tend to come in blister packs. I don't know why that is, but that is the case. The next one I picked up was only $50, and it's again made by Umarex, I believe. Yep, Umarex, and it's the Heckler & Koch USP CO2 airgun. Again, shoots the .177 steel BBs, and this one is also non-blowback. This one is lighter than an actual USP, but it's still an accurate one-to-one replica. The sight picture is the same. The way the trigger feels is the same. The mag release being a affair down here at the bottom of the trigger guard is the same. And this one actually has a removable CO2 filled gun. This one did come with an Allen key for that one. Some of them do, some of them have them integrated into the backstrap like the Glock. But it looks the part, has a manual safety on this side. But when you turn the safety off, the hammer works. And this one actually seems to be a little bit snappier. Not 100% sure why. I don't have a chrono, but it would be cool to check out the speeds. But overall, the grip, the way it feels in the hand, feels just like a real USP. So for training purposes, it's awesome. For collecting purposes, it's also pretty darn neat. That is, again, the Heckler & Koch USP hammer-fired CO2 airgun. Also came in the blister pack. I opened these up before the video because I didn't want to be trying to get into a blister pack while you guys were staring at my face hole. Mainly because I don't show my face hole a whole lot anymore. The third one I got just because I wanted a revolver. This was one we had in stock, $44.95, Liberty Arms, check them out. And this is the UK, or excuse me, I almost said UK Arms, that's a horrible brand. Umarex brand Brodax revolver. Also a CO2 revolver, also shoots .177 BBs. This one is not really modeled after an accurate firearm. It kind of resembles a Remington R8. I think it's a Remington. Correct me down in the comments. It resembles a revolver that I reviewed once called the R8 that had pick rails on the bottom and the top. This one we got into the store because a gentleman wanted something for pest control. Believe it or not, you can actually take care of small squirrels, whatever have you, or at least scare off bigger game with something like this. You have to check your local laws to see if it's legal, but if it's on private property, I guess you're okay. CO2 powered again, and it does have the Allen key inside, and you simply just push the grip back down. This one uses a cylinder, a cylinder mag, holds 10 shots, and it comes with 2 extras, so you can have a capacity for 30 rounds, and it just uses this little lever here to lock the cylinder into place. Once it's locked into place, then you can run it either double action, helps when the safety's not on, double action, or single action. Just like a real revolver, single action gives you a super short trigger, whereas double action is a longer pull. So yeah, this one's just kind of one that I thought was cool. It looked nice, and it could be used for target practice, and I may throw a red dot on there for fun. Gotta love the blister packs. KJ Works GBB 615G. This one is an airsoft gun. As you saw earlier, I showed you the 6mm BB, which is plastic and is allowed on airsoft fields because it's not going to potentially break your skin if you're wearing protective clothing. And this one happens to be modeled after a 1911, specifically a 2011 style, because it has a removable grip section that is separate from the upper frame and the slide itself. KJ Works makes a lot of guns, and they are compatible with a lot of different manufacturers guns, including Elite Force, and I believe some Tokyo Marui parts will work. I bought this one on eBay because it was in the box. It was also only 75 bucks, which is about $50 under its normal used price. It still sells on eBike and I believe Fox Airsoft for $145 when you have the green grips. This one is CO2 or green gas powered, came with a green gas mag, and it holds 26 rounds, I believe, in this one, making it a high kappa. Should have a CO2 mag in it, but it came with the green gas. The biggest problem with this one, and the reason I got it cheap, was because the slide will not cycle because it's catching on the hammer. Because the hammer doesn't work. Obviously, I didn't put any green gas in this one, because if you did get the slide to work, you would have a fully auto airsoft gun that would just keep going until it ran out of CO2, and that would just be wasteful. Now, originally they said the problem was with the slide, which is why I paid the 75 bucks. I figured it was just something with the hop-up unit or just an obstruction, or it was just put together wrong. But after fully disassembling it, it's the sear inside is broken, which is very common, which is causing it to do that. I've ordered the part for it. It was 30 bucks, and the seller gave me a $20 refund. So all in all, this gun will cost $85 when it's fixed, and then if I decide to sell it, I can sell it for a easy $100. So I'll make $10 to $15 on it, as well as get the experience of working on one of these. And I have CO2 mags in storage from a 1911 I used to own. So yeah, those are the new guns in my collection. Obviously these 4 are just air powered, and of course the STK is a real one, which you'll be seeing the video on. But I wanted to show that I am starting to seriously collect these. I actually ordered another BB gun as well as a mystery box. So I'm going to try one of those and see what happens, because why not? Why not get back into a hobby that I liked and a community that is awesome? So if you're an airsofter or you prefer BBs, either way, leave me a like down below, leave me a comment. I answer most of them, and as always, I'll talk to you later.